Good morning and welcome to Campus Highlights. I'm Amy Willhelm and I'm here with Janis Logsdon, and we are here today at the Elkhart County Visitors Bureau. And some of you may be going, where is that? so tell us where it's at, Janis.
Well, our visitor center office is, we always say it's behind the Cracker Barrel, at exit 92, just off of North Cassopolis.
Okay.
It's a place where residents can come and get information about the communities in Elkhart County, or visitors coming off of the toll road or from other areas who want more information about our area here.
Okay. You know, whenever we go on vacation, I always look for the visitor center in the town where we're going.
Sure.
And I always want to stop there because there's usually very helpful people there, and they always have these fun little brochures that you can pick up and look at in the car. So that's what this place is.
Yes, we're a great resource for visitors and residents. You
Okay.
know, many of the residents don't even know what's right here in our own community to do and see.
Okay, yeah. Isn't that bad when you're in some place and someone says, "Oh, have you ever been to such and such?" "No, I've lived here for 30 years and I've never been there."
That is true. That is true. We often don't visit what's in our own backyard, but we have some really wonderful resources throughout Elkhart County and in Goshen.
Yes, absolutely. So this is part of the Good of Goshen series that
Yes.
we've been doing. Once a month we interview one of the partners with the Good of Goshen. And so the Elkhart County Visitors Bureau, I mean, it's obvious, I guess, but why did you guys get involved in the Good of Goshen? I mean, we're way over there in Goshen and you're here.
Well, we do service Elkhart County, so all the cities and towns within the county include Goshen, of course. We are part of the Vibrant Communities Initiative,
Okay.
and so that is an effort that engages all the residents in each community and builds up the vibrancy of the community. Now, the Good of Goshen has been doing this for, I think, 4 years, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
So Goshen is already quite a vibrant community, but we work to enhance all those resources and bring awareness, again, to just all the great things there are in Goshen.
So now, you mentioned the vibrancy, what'd you call that?
Vibrant communities.
So
yes.
which communities in Elkhart County are all part of that? Goshen?
All
or
of the
them?
Communities in Elkhart
Okay.
County are part of Vibrant Communities.
Okay.
It began a little over 2 years ago, started just kind of a grassroots effort to build up the cities and towns throughout Elkhart County. We help with development and just getting residents engaged in building up the community they live in. It's all about love where you live.
Okay.
And Goshen
Now-
does a great
now,
job of
do you
that.
have any pull on what restaurants come to the area?
I wish we did, but we do not.
Oh, okay.
But there are great many fabulous locally owned restaurants
Absolutely.
in Goshen. Now, I just happen to live in South Bend, but my husband and I love to go to Venturi, Goshen Brewing, Kelly J's. There's fabulous locally owned restaurants in Goshen.
And I live here in Elkhart, and so yeah, we visit Antonio's quite often.
Yes.
So
That's a
yes,
good one as
we've got a
well.
lot of good ones in
We
Elkhart.
do.
as well,
We have
so.
fabulous restaurants throughout the communities. There's Essen House in Middlebury, Shakers in Napanee. These are places that people in Chicago want to come and eat at. So we should want to eat there too.
Absolutely, yes. Well, that's really cool. I guess I just needed to know a little bit more about the vibrant community. So now, part of the Good of Goshen, I mean, there's the website, which I know a lot of our residents have been visiting, and some have even shared their stories.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of resources on the website for the Good of Goshen. You know, like the restaurant guides and the event calendar and things like that, business guides, or if you're relocating, or say your family's coming into town and they need to know where to stay if you don't have enough room. You know, those hotel guides, all of those things are on that. Now, I imagine the Visitors Bureau also has a very good website.
We have our own website as well, and our own social media. Our magazine is Heritage Trail Adventures. It's right here. We produce this every year. Goshen is a part of this. And that's what the website is as well, heritagetrailadventures.com.
Okay, so it's not like Elkhart County Visitors Bureau.
It is not.
Okay.
Right now it is named for the Heritage Trail, which is a 90-mile loop throughout Elkhart County and then also includes Shipshewana. So that's what the website is named for.
I have to be honest, I really didn't realize what the Heritage Trail was, so.
Do you ever see the
Yes.
brown signs
Yeah, I
as you're
do.
traveling around? Okay, so we produce a CD, a free CD, and it's also downloadable from our website, heritagetrailadventures.com. And this CD is great. If you have relatives, as you said, we call that visiting friends and relatives, coming in to stay with you, and they kind of want to get a bit of a flavor for what Elkhart County is all about. You can get that CD at many of the locations in Goshen, including the Chamber, restaurants, attractions there, here at the Visitors Bureau and all Visitors Bureau and all throughout Elkhart County. And so this again is a 90-mile loop that gives you a bit of the flavor of the rural areas, the downtowns. There's a narrative that goes along with it.
Okay, maybe it's something that we could get for our library on campus.
Absolutely, yes, I'd be happy to give you some.
Okay, so now Heritage Trail. How did that name come about? Is that do you have any know on the history on that?
Gosh,
or?
that's a great question. I wish I knew. We're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Heritage Trail, and I've been here at the Visitors Bureau for 2 years. So
All right.
I cannot speak to where that came from, but we have a fabulous heritage here throughout Elkhart County.
Sure.
That includes the Amish culture in Napanee and Middlebury, and then the vibrant downtown. So you get this urban, we call it the urban rural fusion, that you can get on the back roads, you can go to these family owned businesses, shingle shops as we call them, that are in Amish country, and then you get this great vibe in the downtowns like in Goshen with the great restaurants we talked about.
And all the just neat businesses. We have a lot of unique businesses in Goshen.
You do. I mean, there's Soapy Gnome. People come from like Fort Wayne to go to Soapy Gnome. Ignition Garage, which has this great music venue. Goshen College, which has Sauter Hall and some fabulous events there as well.
And a new one that we have is Shirley's Popcorn.
Yes, I've been to Shirley's Popcorn. Love it.
Yes. I was going to say, if you haven't, you need to stop there.
I've been there.
So, there's a lot of great, just unique shops in Goshen too.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about what your day entails. What do you do here at the Visitors Bureau?
Well, we do so many things. Now, I'm the marketing director, so my day mostly involves a lot of content writing, a lot of social media, a lot of connecting with partners, and just kind of sharing stories and marketing and things like that. But one of our staff members is involved in groups, bringing bus groups to the area. One of our staff members is in development and helps cities and towns kind of develop all these great assets. We're working quite a bit now on the Quilt Gardens along the Heritage Trail. Those begin at the end of May and continue through October, so they start Memorial Day weekend. And that is a event, as we call it, that we've developed here at the Convention Visitors Bureau 11 years ago.
So that was born out of here.
It was born here as a community partnership. So we brought in partners and said, hey, what do you think about this idea? We can take our quilting heritage, combine it with gardening, and create these gigantic gardens that look like quilts, made of flowers. And do you think this is something you'd be interested in doing? People, the partners were just very enthusiastic about it, and it has grown and developed. We have 18 gardens this year, 21 gigantic murals, all throughout Elkhart County. I think there are 3 in Goshen, one at the 4-H Fairgrounds, one at the courthouse.
Bag factory.
And the bag factory, thank you. Yeah, so that is just brings thousands and thousands of visitors here, bus groups.
Yes.
People come from all over to see these wonderful gardens.
And I don't know if people remember that most of the work, if not all of it, is done by volunteers.
It is.
Isn't that right?
It
For
is.
the Quilt Gardens.
Yes, yes. There are a few businesses that kind of manage their own quilt garden, but like the courthouse, I think all 3 of the quilt gardens in Goshen are volunteer driven. So it's great to get involved with. And they're fabulous. We actually we're so proud to have won an award at the state tourism convention that was just held in March. We won, the Quilt Gardens won the best event.
Really?
Yes, in the state.
That's
so we were up
awesome.
against a lot of other great events, including like the Fish Off in South Bend and other things throughout the state. And the Quilt Gardens won for our
How
10th
can
anniversary.
fish be quilts? Come on now. Well, that is great. I mean, they provide beauty for those who live nearby, but also bring in tourists, and so it is a great thing.
Yeah,
so.
it's a great example of what makes our communities vibrant, because it starts with as you said, the volunteerism, and it brings beauty to the area.
Now talk a little bit about the murals. There's murals.
There are murals as well, and some of the murals have been up for 11 years now. So we've done a refresh on 4 of them this year. So 3 have been repainted by Jeff Stilson, an artist in Napanee. But they are in all the communities as well. They're large-scale murals painted as quilts. They're on sides of buildings such as, at Amish Acres, on their Red Barn, in downtown Elkhart on the Time Was Museum. That will be a new mural this year. I'm sorry, the quilt murals in Goshen are escaping me. Oh, there's one at the Chamber, I believe, but they're all throughout the community.
There's Wakarusa, there's one there.
Wakarusa, yes. There's 21 murals.
Okay.
So between the 18 gardens and the 21 murals, I mean,
and they're
it
often
adds beauty.
fairly closely located.
They are, yes.
Yeah.
Some of the murals are right at the garden sites, and then others are in mostly the downtown areas.
Right. Okay. I know. Usually every year we try to take a quilt garden bus tour.
Yeah.
And we usually try to go a little bit later in the season, so everything's really in full bloom.
Yes,
And-
because they're kind of baby flowers in May.
Yes.
And then it's kind of fun to watch them progress. But they peak in July and August
Right.
generally, and they're very weather dependent, as anything is outdoors.
Absolutely. And sometimes I know they have to get replanted.
They do. So
Yes.
we just cross our fingers every year that Mother Nature will cooperate.
That's right. Yeah, this year we might be planting snow caps or something crazy like that. So now, Quilt Gardens will continue to go as long as there's volunteers.
As long as there's volunteers
not like an
and
end time or
interest,
anything.
there is no end time for it. I mean,
Okay.
this started with 2 test gardens,
Okay.
one at the Essen House and one at the former American Countryside Market, which is now Southgate Crossing on South 19. And as I said, has grown to 18 gardens. So we get new applications every year. This is a juried process.
Okay.
It is closely monitored, so we have a quilt garden committee that goes out and inspects the gardens, make sure our quality stays up. That's why it
Okay.
continues to garner awards.
Mm-hmm.
And so people apply, and every year we have we have some people that drop out. It is labor intensive,
Sure.
but then we get new applicants every year. 2 newer ones, an antique shop in Middlebury. And the Wellfield is about two years old, the
Okay.
Wellfield Garden outside of there. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, now, did you guys have anything to do with bringing the statues to town that were here last summer?
Yes, we did.
Because we took a tour of all those too. We took a bus tour, and they were like, "We are going to see every single one of these in one day." And I think they just missed 2, but they saw every other one. So
Yes.
tell me about those.
So part of the 10th anniversary, the Quilt Gardens celebrated their 10th anniversary last year. So we were just brainstorming here at the Visitor Center, how can we make this, the Quilt Gardens just reinvigorated, bring new life, and kind of make it an even bigger event than it is every year. We started doing some research and decided on bringing in these Seward Johnson sculptures. So we had, I think, 50 plus sculptures. One at every garden. There was a sculpture at every garden except for one, which is an Amish family, and so they decided not to participate, which is understandable. But and then throughout the downtown, so we had these fabulous sculptures. Most of them were life size. They were all life size, and then we have the one monumental in downtown Elkhart at Central
And that's still
Park.
there.
It is still there. It is going away.
Oh, it is?
Yes, this
Okay.
was a temporary exhibit for us, and that one is going away. It was kind of the logistics of where it's going to travel next.
Okay.
So it's more cost effective for the company to just transport that sculpture to the next location rather than to take it back to their warehouse and then re-transport it. So it's stuck around a little bit longer.
So when will it be leaving? So
I believe sometime in May.
okay.
May or June.
Might have to get back downtown once and
Yeah,
get a
but
picture. So
that was fun. Those sculptures, they're meant to be interactive. They're meant to take lots of pictures and get in there and pose like them and do all these fun things.
oh, and we did. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a great event.
Okay. So now, now I've kind of forgot the question I was going to ask you about those. Oh, I think I've seen one in town somewhere. Were some of them purchased?
They were not purchased.
Okay.
Again, it was kind of a transportation issue with the Seward Johnson. They house them in New Jersey.
Okay.
He actually lives in, I think, California or something like that. Seward Johnson is still alive.
Okay.
The sculptor. But they house the sculptures in New Jersey, so it was just kind of a transportation issue. So a few of the life-size ones in downtown Elkhart stuck around a little bit longer too.
Okay, yeah, because one day I was driving through and I'm like, hey, one of those is still here.
They do. You're like, are those real people?
I know.
Or
I know.
is that a sculpture?
I know. It was kind of distracting to some of us drivers.
I know.
So now here at the Visitor Center, you have a fabulous quilt display. What is up with all of these quilts?
Yes.
I mean, there's a really cool one right behind us. So what's up with all these? Where'd these come from?
They are 2 local fiber artists. One is Diana Bennett, and I'm so sorry the other artist's name escapes me. But we have, what is about?
I'm just seeing if there was a name on there.
No, yes,
Lisa.
Lena.
Is it
Lena Zirkle.
Zirkle?
Lisa Zirkle. My eyes aren't right. Lisa or Lena Zirkle back there. She created this one. So yes, this is just, again, building on the quilting heritage of the area, and a great exhibit for visitors, tourists, just to come in and get a flavor of all these.
Are these permanent displays?
This is a permanent
Okay.
exhibit here.
Now, how
yes.
many total quilts do you have in the
I think
building?
we have 20 or 30 here in
Wow.
every room, yeah. We have
Okay.
quite a few here. I think it's around 28.
Okay, so yeah, this would be fun day trip if you want to come to Cracker Barrel and eat, and then come over here and see these quilts. I mean, they're very interesting.
Yes,
Not anything you see on a regular day, let me tell you.
No. Some of most of them, I would say, are original designs created again by the fiber artists, and so they're unique quilts, and they are all for sale too.
Oh.
If one strikes your fancy.
Oh, okay.
We have all different sizes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anything else that we need to know about the Visitor Center that would be helpful?
Well, gosh, we've covered so much. Again, most of what we talk about is the connectivity of our area. So we encourage people in Elkhart to go visit all the great restaurants and attractions in Goshen, and the people in Goshen to see what's around them in Middlebury and Napanee and Elkhart.
Cool.
We have great community here and a lot of fabulous assets. There's Ruthmere and Wellfield in Elkhart. There's Amish Acres in Neppanee. There's Essen House in Middlebury. There's we talked about Ignition Music and the Goshen College and all the great events they have there and all the great restaurants. So we hope you all get out and enjoy the community you live in.
Okay, say if someone wants some information from you guys but can't get over here, is that something they could call?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
You could mail them some information?
Absolutely. We get calls every day for
Okay.
information.
Okay.
We can mail out our magazine, Heritage Trail Adventures, and I'll send some with you, and our
Okay.
maps and CDs. But we have 2 guest services attendants here that are always here to answer questions and take phone calls. So.
Okay. What's your phone number so we can put it here on the video?
262-8161
8161. 262-8161.
and heritagetrailadventures.com.
Okay, so today check that out, and if you need any more information about this great county we live in, and that encompasses also our great town of Goshen, just check this out. So, well, thank you so much for
Thank
sitting
you.
down with us today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And it was a lot of fun getting to know a little bit more about this side of the county. All right, thanks a lot. Join us again next week on Campus Highlights.